Quick, Lois Lane, how did you prepare to play such a cinematic icon, so beloved? What did you do ahead of time? How are we going to feel about her?
Oh God, well that question I can't answer. We haven't started shooting the movie yet, so I'm still preparing. I'm talking to some journalists, I'm reading a lot of comics. There's so many that I hadn't read before, and so it's been really fun just to dig into this universe. And we were just out in Atlanta, we did our first table read. I got to see the suit, and I was blown away, so I hope that the fans are as well.
That's goddamn fucking right!
What is it about this Lois that made her right for you? What is it that you kind of want to put out there into the world with her? You know, what was it about her that made you be like, yeah, I gotta do this?
Well, I grew up on the Donner Superman movies with Chris Reeve and Margot Kidder, and I have always loved Lois Lane. She's smart and ambitious and can be funny, and she knows that she's the smartest person in the room more often than not. And I've always loved this character. So when the opportunity came around, you know, I'm such a fan of James Gunn's From Afar, and we're still finding these characters. We haven't started shooting yet, so I'm excited to share the movie with everyone, and you'll meet the final version of them.
Can I just say that Rachel Brosnahan is going to be the best Lois Lane that we have ever seen since Margot Kidder, Terry Hatcher, and Erica Durance, my personal favorite, Smallville all the way. But Rachel Brosnahan, she's beautiful, she's funny, she's charming, and I cannot wait to see that badass, bossy, kind of bitchy attitude that Lois Lane has from the animated series from the 90s and the comics. And when she talks about first of all, she's seen the suit, which is like, oh my God, I had like 3 orgasms just talking about that. Just thinking about that suit, the Kingdom Come suit, or a variation that David Cornsworth is going to wear along with the trunks. Bro, it's going to be magnifical. But the fact that she talks about how Lois Lane is going to be smart and she sees herself as the smartest person in the room. Now, that's fine and dandy, but I wonder how that's going to play with the fact that Clark Kent, like, she has to know that Clark Kent is Superman, right? Like, I understand, you know, that Clark wearing the glasses and Lois Lane has no idea that Superman and Clark Kent are not the same, or the same person. I know, I get that's part of the charm from the comics and the animated series and the movies, but you can't have, quote unquote, the smartest reporter in the room and not put 2 and 2 together that Clark Kent and Superman are the same person. So I hope that James Gunn does something clever in which Rachel Brosnahan, Lois Lane, knows that Clark Kent is Superman, but she won't say anything because because, you know, obviously, you know, they fall in love and she loves him, or I mean, I don't know what else they can do. I don't know what else they can do, unless like they play that angle up where, you know, when Lois Lane has no idea that Clark Kent is Superman, but towards the end of the film, she starts putting the pieces together and she's like, hold up, wait a minute. Something's not right here. And then towards the end of the film, she's like, oh my God, Clark Kent is Superman. And that will lead to the eventual part 2 and have that fun dynamic where she's like, again, where I said earlier, where she knows that Clark Kent is Superman, but she's not going to say anything until, you know, they fall in love and Clark Kent reveals himself like, Lois Lane, I'm Superman. She's like, yeah, bitch, I know who you are. I've been knowing who you are. So I hope James Gunn does something like that, because again, you can't have the smartest reporter in the room and not put 2 and 2 together that Clark Kent is Superman. So hopefully that James Gunn does something with that angle. But overall, I'm super excited about this. I'm loving what Rachel Brosnahan has been saying so far, and the fact that she's seen the suit again. I do feel like it's going to be the Kingdom Come suit, just a variation, sort of like what we've seen from My Avengers with Superman, where the symbol is the Kingdom Come suit, is the Kingdom Come logo, but just they added the yellow and the red instead of the red and the black. Either way, bro, it's gonna be amazing. So hopefully that's something we get to see, and maybe we get a Superman suit reveal sooner rather than later, probably towards maybe next month or towards the end of March is where James Gunn might give us the first glimpse, and it will break the internet and everyone will be screaming and crying like, oh my God, like that suit reveal is going to be everything. I can't wait for that. Oh, it's going to be amazing. So that's going to be it. Hit like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, explain in the comments below. What do you think of all of this news? And as always, truth out.
How about that D, baby?